You can use Google Sheets to create a Stop and Jot Post-its template for your students so they can make their thinking visible. There are a couple of ways to do this. This is an example of a regular Stop and Jot where a student is just writing down their thoughts during their reading, and they're doing Artemis Fowl as a book that they're going through, and each Post-it is a different piece of their Stop and Jot thinking. So they decided to do a compare and contrast because that's what they were thinking about. And then in the next one they decided to do a character traits on Artemis Fowl. Now, anytime a student wants to add a Post-it to this, they can simply go up to where it says slide and click on new slide, and it will create a slide right away. What I like about this is it always has a title and then a text, so the students can just put what the focus is of the Stop and Jot, and then they can write their thinking, which is kind of nice. Instead of going up to slides, you can also hold down Control and hit M to get a new slide each time. Another option that you would have for doing this is if you wanted to, you could make it kind of fun and you could color code it. This might be something to do with the students after they're finished with a book. So they could go back and they could color code the different things. So every time that they did a compare and contrast, let's say that I decided to change all of my compare and contrasts to a purple background. So I could do that, and then that Post-it would be different than all the other ones. And then all my compare and contrast would be one color, so I could easily see as the student what my different thinking was. Another way that you could do this is you could have it be a focused Stop and Jot. Artemis Fowl is an excellent example of what you could do to do a compare and contrast between the two main characters, Holly and Artemis. And so a student could focus that as they're thinking as they go through the book, and they could write Stop and Jots that focus specifically on compare and contrast as they're working through this book, so that they have a specific learning target in mind that they're working on as they read through their independent reading. So I hope that these couple of ideas give you something that you can use for Stop and Jots.